So I watched The Boys season 4 and it was a nice, serviceable, and disastrous season. My criticism on this season might be the same on others who are a fan of this show, myself included. I am a fan of The Boys. I enjoyed the last 3 seasons, but season 4 felt like a downgrade from the first 3 seasons. Now, my review on this show will be an honest and personal way on how I feel with the show. You see, others are just bashing this show as being woke, which is so funny because hasn't this show been woke since its beginning? The show has always been aware of real-world modern conflicts with left and right-wing sides. We had a representation of people of color, LGBTQ+, racist and bigotry people, and I guess what made that political message entertaining is the way the show uses it. The show is not just representing a political issue, it's being subversive with it. The show is allowed to take the political message serious and not serious with left and right-wing ideology. The show is a parody of the real world, a parody of politics and superheroes. The show mocks companies and corporations on how they use political agendas. It's satire and subversive with it. I guess the right answer why The Boys season 4 is bad is because of its weak writing and character writing. Calling it woke is pretty much a stupid argument. Oh wow, Frenchie has a boyfriend and it's gay and woke. To be honest, I think the whole thing of Frenchie and Colin's relationship is pretty bland and became useless. I think it should have set it up in season 1, 2, or 3, but him admitting his dark secret to his boyfriend that he kept from him and turning himself to the police was decent. Sister Sage is a black woman? Oh, it's so woke. Firecracker is a strong woman? Woke. But she supports Homelander and is Christian and loves America, so no woke? I guess. I don't know. Well, calling that woke is pretty dumb and wasted argument. Because Sister Sage and Firecracker are newly created characters. They didn't appear in the comics and they are not race swaps or anything. Did you know that? Did you read the comics? Do you know anywhere else that they appeared as other identities? And in here they were race swapped? Do you know any of that? Was it in the comics? People didn't even read the comics before watching the show. No one did, I didn't. So I wouldn't call this season woke for being a bad season or a series. I would say that it's probably the bad writing because this season wasn't the strongest season ever. It did feel weaker and it was mostly a setup for season 5. I'd say this, maybe be a fan of something because it's entertaining, because you really love this property and not for a political reason. If it's for political reasoning, then I guess you're gonna have a hard time enjoying those properties. As a gay wolf, I want to enjoy movies and shows because of good writing and character writing, and not just for political or pandering reasons, because pandering hurts me a lot. Overall, like I said before, this season did feel like the weakest season ever. The characters felt a bit downgraded, but there were some good character moments here. Homelander is still a good villain. Anthony Starr as an actor is still great. He plays such a good, realistic, selfish, egotistical murderer. Butcher is still alright. His character still feels the same from other seasons. His plan to kill Homelander is still epic. He's still manic and energetic in this season. I love what they did with A-Train in this season. His character arc is so good and it makes him look like a real hero for the first time. And overall, how his character carried this whole season was really great. I think Sister Sage is good. Her superpowers of being super intelligent is good, and using those powers against Starlight is pretty epic. It's so great and evil. Firecracker wasn't really that interesting. They only show just one time where she uses her powers. Is where she snaps her fingers and that's it. I would have loved to see her use her powers more, but not, I guess. Starlight was the worst in this season. She has become annoying and hateful. She hates Huey for being sexually assaulted by a shapeshifter that stole her identity. I hope they improve her in the next season. One other problem I have with season 4 is that there's nothing thrilling about it. It wasn't thrilling or fun or had any funny moments. Well, there were some, but not much. There's no stakes to this whole story or to the characters like there was in season 3 or 2. It felt dry and plain with its drama, thrill, and effectiveness until the final part. The final part was the only thing that worked and had what this season was missing. The final part worked and made me anticipated for season 5. I hope season 5 goes well and I hope it works. I hope this doesn't become a Game of Thrones situation. I have not watched Game of Thrones, by the way. One thing I want to point out is that Huey's character was done wrong in this season. He's put in every terrible situation where he's sexually assaulted by a shapeshifter, is put in a kink torture scenario, but I did like the part where him and his father had a moment together in the hospital. It was a good moment and lets us know that our dads are true heroes. Also, this season touches on heavy topics such as politics, basically abortion and sexual assault. I enjoyed where they went with that and the way it was used in here, but also that doesn't make it a good show nor a good season. So yeah, there were good moments here, bad moments, mostly bad moments, but less good moments in this season. So The Boys season 4 was decent, a decent disaster. It was okay, mostly a disaster. I didn't like it. There were some good things, but it was mostly unsatisfying and bad, for the most part I should say. I give season 1 a 6 out of 10, season 2 a 7 out of 10, season 3 a 7 out of 10, and I give this season a 4 out of 10. So that's my review on The Boys season 4. Thank you for watching and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.